guys, it's Megan. I was sitting here folding my cloth diapers and I was thinking, I have had so many people ask me what it was like for me to overdose, what I felt, what was going through my mind when I came back, what was the experience like for me. And people that usually ask me this are people that's never done drugs or ask me why, if you've overdosed before, why do you continue doing it? So I am going to explain all that to you today, right now, right here. I may be a little bit sidetracked because I am folding cloth diapers because I have the time right now while my son is sleeping, so I'm trying to get two things done at once. But if you guys are interested in seeing that, just keep watching. Alright guys, here it goes. The very first time that I ever overdosed, or any time, it is mostly because of, there's so many different factors on why you can overdose. Clearly it's too much. That's definitely a big factor. But it could be, I can be doing this same batch of heroin and just doing a little bit here and there, whatever. I know what it's like. I know somewhat my limit. You don't know exactly how much because it doesn't say, hey, this bag here is 13 milligrams or 50 milligrams or anything like that. You don't get that with heroin. So, my very first time overdosing, I actually was grieving my mother's death. I wanted to be there with her. For those of you, this is your first video, my mom died from a heroin overdose in February of 2013. And for me, I wanted to just be there, be with her. I didn't want to live no more. I had nothing to live for. I didn't have kids then. I was still very young. I had actually been on heroin for probably 5-6 years at this point. But I immediately after hearing about my mom passing, I went to the person that I would get it from. I picked up probably 30 Xanax blue footballs. And I picked up, I think, 2 or 3 grams of heroin that day. I went back to my friend's house where I was staying because I didn't have my own place. I'm a strung out heroin addict. Don't have my own house, nothing. This is before I moved in here. And I ate Xanax as soon as I left the dealer's house. I ate some more as soon as I got home. And right before I shot up, I stuck as much heroin as I could into that needle. If it wasn't too thick, I just kept putting it in there and kept putting it in there, kept putting it in there. And if it would get too thick, I would just add more water just to dilute it a little bit. Honestly, I cannot remember exactly how much of, how many bags was in that, needle at that point, because, I barely remember that day because I was so messed up on heroin. On Xanax. So, I remember sitting down, because I would always get high in the bathroom. I'm not even folding my diapers, but I would always get high in my bathroom. And I remember sitting down, getting everything ready, sitting on the toilet and tying my arm off and hitting. I do remember hitting. And then I kind of remember trying to put something away. I don't know if it was my needle, my spoon, whatever. But I wake up I was sitting on the toilet, okay? So picture this, me sitting on the toilet and then my head laying on the floor like this. This is the floor and that is my head. That is how I remember waking up. My neck was so sore and how I woke up was the person that I was staying with, who was also an addict, who was also using at the time, kept pouring water on me. I remember waking up and I'm like, why am I wet? Just being super, super pissed off. Like, what the fuck? Why am I wet? What the fuck did you do to me? Oh, I don't ever really cuss on this channel, so oops. This was me back then. This is not me now, but I just remember being so mad, like so mad. And then my second thought was, oh my God, did you steal anything from me? And then I look, nothing's gone, nothing's missing. Sorry guys, my head and chest and all that is so congested. But I didn't think like, oh my God, what happened to me? Or, oh my God, you know, I could have just died. Like, I really could have just died. And I don't know if it was simply because of the fact that that's what I was trying to do. I don't know if it was because I was trying to kill myself at that point in time. I don't know. But looking back, any time that I overdosed, I didn't ever think, like, oh my God, I better quit using this stuff because it's going to kill me. I never thought that. I didn't care. I didn't love myself at all. I hated myself. I hated my life. I didn't want to live. I couldn't get better. I could not get better. I would try my damnedest to get clean, and I could never do it. The withdrawal for me was just too much, and I knew, like, you know, one shot and I could feel so much better. And so I always went and got that one shot, always. But for me, overdosing, you don't feel it. You don't know it happened. It was like, how can I explain this? Kind of like, I don't know, like you went to sleep for a second, or you don't even realize that you're asleep and you just wake up and you're like, or just start like looking around like, oh my God, what happened? Like, did I black out? What happened? You don't think, oh my God, I just fell out. Oh my God, I could have just died. I mean, I've had friends that have lost parts of their freaking muscles and stuff because they were, you know, fell out for so long and laying on that part of their body for so long that they lost blood circulation to that part of the muscle and had to have it cut off. I've had people that I know that have overdosed and died. I mean, I have saved several people's lives. You know, breathing for them, and breathing for them, and smacking them, and, you know, getting water on them, trying to get them up, to move them around, to get blood circulating. It's so scary watching somebody else almost die in front of you, but when you yourself do it, it's like it don't even matter, it don't even faze you. You don't care. You know, when you're that strung out, you don't give a shit what happens to you. You don't give a shit what happens to the next person. You are the most self-centered, selfish person in the world when you are strung out on heroin. That's all you care about. You care about you, yourself, and yourself. That's it. That is it. You, yourself, and your heroin, and that is it. You don't care about what this person's gonna get or what they're gonna, you know, try to get from you. You don't give a shit about that because they ain't getting nothing from you. You are not sharing. Very, very seldomly do you share, and you're probably ripping them off or, you know, something. You're not being fair about it, about what should be fair. It is the most downgrading life to ever live. To every day have to wake up, and if you didn't save nothing for in the morning, how was you going to get your money? If you didn't have no money, you were going to have to find money some fucking how, because if not, you were going to be sick, and you only have so many hours until that point. So whatever you're going to do, you better get your ass up and you better do it now, or be sick, and try to do it then. Try doing something when you're shitting all over yourself and you're puking all over yourself, eyes watering, sneezing, goosebumps all over your whole fucking body. Try doing that. It is a life that I never want to live again. And looking back at it now at almost 2 years clean, it's like, why did I put myself through that? Why? You know, I had so many people ask me, like, you know, you lost your mom. You've lost several cousins. You've lost friends. You almost died your damn self. Why did you never stop? Because I couldn't. Mentally, that was my like safe blanket. That was my best friend. That was my husband. That was my love. I loved heroin. I loved everything about it. Not the getting it or anything like that. I did not love that process at all. But feeling numb and not having to live in reality, like I'm living in reality, but I'm numb while I'm doing it. You can't hurt me when I'm strung out because I don't have no feelings. Most heroin addicts that I've met anyway, the reason that they're doing it is because somewhere down the line in their life, in their past, somewhere, now you may not remember it because you've blocked it out, because that's what your mind does. It blocks out trauma. I had to figure out for myself what that trauma was for me when I went through the steps when I was in the Beacon House. Now that is hard. Reliving your entire life from birth to whenever you decide to get clean, having, you know, so much comes back to you. Like, so much. Like, things that you have completely blocked out of your mind just starts popping up. Things that you wanted to forget and you forgot for years starts coming up. Memories of hurting people start coming up. Memories of being hurt starts coming up. Being sexually molested, sexually raped. I guess that's the only kind of rape there is, right? I don't know. Being raped, being beat on, being traumatized. Those memories all start coming back. And you can't numb yourself. Oh no. You'll be lucky to drink coffee while you're in rehab. Where I was at, it was decaf. If we were caught with anything other than decaf coffee, pop, not happening. You got red slipped and you got put on 1 week of not being able to walk to your meetings, not being able to use the phone, not being able to do anything extracurricular at all. That sucked. But they want to beat you down and build you back up. They want you to rip off all them years of all them shields and all the numbness and all that. They want you to come out completely bare and start remembering everything and deal with it the proper way that you should have dealt with it then when it happened. That's what rehab wants you to do. And you know, at the time or even hearing it, it might sound horrible. But it saved my life. Rehab saved my life. And I couldn't be more grateful. I have beautiful kids, an amazing husband, a home, cars, anything that, you know, we need, we have it. Because I changed my life around. I completely changed my life. I got rid of those people. I quit going to those places. And I stopped doing the things that I was doing. And because of that, I live a productive life today. I feel good every day when I wake up. I don't have to think of, oh my God, where am I going to get $50, $40, $100? I don't have to stick a needle in my arm. I don't have track marks up and down my arms anymore. I don't have that anymore. My arms used to look so bad. I mean, track marks all over. You guys can probably still see that little bit of a scar right there. And then the scarring that's here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I mean, I had scars all over my arms for so long. I've showed in past videos scarring on my feet because I used to shoot in my feet. I've shot in the palms of my hands, the bottoms of my feet, my neck. I've had abscesses big as hell on my neck, telling people it's a spider bite. You will fight and fight and fight to cover up all your lies and what you're doing to yourself. You know, I thought I was so good looking at 120 pounds, being 5'9". I was so sick. So sick. But I didn't see that. I seen a good looking version of myself. Now that I'm clean, it's like, oh my God. I literally looked like somebody that was dying. Circles underneath my eyes and stuff. Track marks all over my arms. But thanks to the Beacon House, my husband, and all my support, and the 12 steps, and NA and AA, I am living the life that I do today. So if you're watching this and you're strung out on heroin, any drug, it doesn't matter, please get help. You can do this. We do recover. People recover every day. Yeah, it's not something that, you're going to take a pill or take a class and get better. It's an everyday thing. Every day for the rest of your life, you will have to work on yourself. You will have to take it day by day, minute by minute, and second by second. But you know what? You can do it. The first time I ever started using any drug, it was marijuana. I was 9 years old. I was shooting heroin by the time I was 15. Now that's crazy. Doing Oxy 40s at 13, 14 years old. That's crazy. But that was the life that I lived. If you are watching this, please get help, please. You deserve a better life for yourself. I love you guys. I'm going to go now. Stay safe and stay sober.